at Dinosaur Adventureland in Lenox, Alabama, and Genesis Baptist Church. Come on down, pay us a visit. It is day 6 of exposing evolution as the dumbest religion ever. Actually, I've been exposing it for 37 years, but now we're doing this on TikTok. For all you folks to call in, we think evolution is the dumbest. It's a religion. It's not a science. We'll talk about that in just a minute. We're on Facebook and Rumble and X and KentHovind.tv, our own app, on Instagram, TikTok. Sign up for all of them. Find us there someplace. Okay, let's see. Home. Let me go to, let's understand what science is. I taught high school science for 15 years. I'm pretty familiar with the topic. From the Latin, live TV. From the Latin word scientia, means knowledge, knowing, an effort to discover and increase human understanding of how the physical world works. Good. Any system of knowledge that is connected with the physical world and its phenomena that entails unbiased observations and scientific experimentation. Britannica, okay? Unbiased, I agree, okay? Science originates from the Latin word scientia, which means knowledge. What do we know? This Latin term is derived from the verb scire, which means to know. The Latin word scientia was used to describe any type of knowledge of expertise, including practical skills, carpentry, etc., in those days. Theoretical understanding. Let's go science from a Merriam-Webster dictionary. A knowledge or a system of knowledge covering general truths or the operation of general laws, especially as obtained through and testing through scientific method. Observation, experimentation, testing. All right. Here's the scientific method. The collection of data through observation and experiment and the formulation and testing of hypotheses. I agree. All right, well, let's see. For thousands of years, farmers all over the world have observed and collected data and formulated hypotheses that cows always produce cows. There have been no exceptions in the billions of experiments, so it will be concluded scientifically that cows have always and will always produce cows. That is real science. If you wish to imagine that cows have a common ancestor with ducks and strawberries, that would not be science. That would be a belief, a religion. That's why even though these science books have lots of good science in there, they have some religion stirred in with it called evolution. Evolution is a religion. It's not part of science. This chart that they teach the kids in school, that the layers are different ages by millions of years. This is not science. This is a religious belief. I keep asking them, if that top layer of dirt is younger than this layer, where did it come from? How come they never answer it's a simple question. Why don't some of you call in, tell us, where was the Holocene dirt hanging out for billions of years waiting to land? Where? How can these layers be different ages? It's just not possible. This is not a chart of science. This is a chart of religion. It's a propaganda poster. Here's another one. Everything is related to a common ancestor, a single-celled creature like an amoeba, protozoa, something like that, bacteria. Oh, yes, boys and girls. Did you know turtles and kangaroos and butterflies and elephants all have a common ancestor? That's what this chart teaches. This is not science. This is a religion. It's a religious poster. This is sharing what they believe. Great. I don't care what you believe, but don't call it science and don't make me pay to put that in the schools for everybody to learn that. Go start a private school and teach anybody dumb enough to come learn evolution. Be simple. So, science. Let's see. Science, the knowledge gained from using observations. Where is the observation of any animal producing a different kind of animal? Where has it ever been seen that a cow produced anything that was not fully 100% cow? Or the duck produced anything not duck? According to what I find, there are 167 different kinds of ducks. They probably had a common ancestor called a duck. On my tour, I'll give one here in 20 minutes. I would give tours every day around here in the Jeeps. We stop and talk about different things and learn some real science, okay? When we feed the ducks, the kids love to feed the ducks out of your hand. I say, kids, there's 167 kinds of ducks. They probably had a common ancestor called a duck. Does that prove they're related to a camel? No. Well, good. You're smarter than a college professor. College professors believe camels and ducks are related, don't they? Like Strawberry Dave thinks he's related to a strawberry. That's not science. That's a belief. And he may be. I don't know. We'll find out one day. Okay? Science. Where is the observation for this chart? What gives them the justification to say a whale is related to a snake? They got a line connecting them right here. Where is the science of any animal producing a snake producing anything other than a baby snake? Where's the science? Where's the observation? There isn't any. That's why I say it's a religion, and you're welcome to it. Yay. I really admire your faith, if you believe that. I don't admire your science or your intelligence, but I do admire your faith, okay? How does science differ from other fields of study? Science is knowledge gained from using observations and experiments to describe and explain the world around us. What is science? Origin, scientia, Latin, knowledge. Now, let's see. A systematic enterprise that builds and organizes knowledge in the form of testable explanations. Where can we test this? They're claiming a dog and a banana have a common ancestor. How can we test that? How can we do a science experiment to show that? You can't. Religions also attempt to understand and explain the world. I agree. This is easybiologyclass.com. Religions attempt to explain or understand and explain the world, but religion is not considered a science. I would agree. That's why evolution is a religion. It's not part of science. Not at all. Science versus religion differences. Okay. Primary difference between religion and science lies in the methods of acquiring knowledge and their approaches to understanding the world. Science relies on empirical evidence and testable hypotheses. Okay, let's make a hypothesis. I predict if you crossbreed your cows, you'll get a calf. Every time. 100% flawless every time. I'll make a prediction. And if you crossbreed your dogs, you're going to get a dog. And cats are going to produce cats every time. Mosquitoes make mosquitoes. No exceptions. My hypothesis has proven true billions of times over. Must be right. It means that scientific knowledge is subject to revision and improvement. It's about time to improve this dumb evolution religion and get it out of the science category. In contrast, religion is based on faith and belief. See, I admit mine's a religion. I believe God made the world. I believe that by faith. I can't prove that. I believe it's the only logical explanation, but it's not science. It's my belief. You believe the world made itself out of a dot of nothing, exploding. That's not even science. It's not even smart. Okay, let's see. Religious knowledge typically requires absolute unchanging. Well, I don't think that's true. Whoever made this up? What is this? Reddit. Science emphasizes objectivity and the repeatability of experiments. Well, good. Repeat the experiment that makes you think a bacteria turned to a whale. Repeat that experiment, please. Do it again. Why don't we have any bacteria producing anything other than baby bacteria? It doesn't happen. St. Darwin's Evolution Church. Now, evolution is the substance of fossils hoped for, the evidence of links not seen. Duane Gish. Great. How would you define science? Knowledge. Knowledge attained through study and practice. Where is the knowledge that we know that a bacteria turned to a whale? You don't know that. Okay, Joe, we go all day on this. I just like to point out, if you want to believe in evolution, that's fine. But don't call it science. You're polluting science books. This book has lots of polluted pages in here. We got most of them marked. It's a lot of good science. You can learn a lot of biology. Campbell, is this Campbell? Yeah, Campbell Biology, okay. A lot of good science in here. You can learn the names of the muscles, the bones, the tendons, and the organs, and how they work things. But how they got here, that's not part of science. You can make this book 40 pages shorter by eliminating the evolution. Think how many trees that would save. All you tree huggers, you need to get evolution out of the books. Save the planet. Yeah. Okay, Joseph, go ahead. Questions and comments? Yes, sir. David, what's up, Dr. Oven? I appreciate you and your knowledge of the kingdom of heaven. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that, David. Spread it around. Tell everybody else about it. Colin, love the way you explain things. Thank you, Kent. Well, appreciate that. Again, I ask that you just share it with everybody. I'll get on your social media and share it. Share the links. Campbell, is the museum still in Pensacola? No. We moved up here to Lenox, Alabama 10 years ago. Most of the museum stuff is still down there. Can't get it returned. It's held hostage, in my humble opinion. But no, there's a lot. We got a great museum up here. Get your best scientists together and tell them to create a one-celled animal. They can't do it. I agree. All the scientists in the world can't make an acorn. They cannot make an acorn. This thing knows how to make a tree. Do you know how to make a tree? Make one for me, starting from scratch. Yeah. They're dumber than a nut, aren't they? Yeah. I could have told them that already, but okay. Pluto. Cows come from O'Rourke's, so your hypothesis fails. I think any 3-year-old looking at an O'Rourke would say, wow, that goes in the cow family. Pluto, do you believe the O'Rourke's came from a bacteria? Over billions of years, of course. I'll give you all the time you want. Do you believe bacteria turned to O'Rourke? O'Rourke's basically in the cow family. Look at it. What up? My wife gets mad when I say dumb, so I want you. Is there a better word? Illogical. Illogical conclusion. Okay.
Tell Pluto I'm giving him the booking link right now. He can book that debate. They keep
Book the debate. Come on, bring it on, Pluto.
Him and Curacao keep saying you're running from it.
Running from booking link right there in the chat. Okay.
That's about all I got.
Okay.
Chat today. This one says, I was disappointed at how unprepared the petrified forests here in Mississippi were to answer questions. It's like the fossils don't talk.
The petrified forest in Mississippi. Lots of petrified trees there.
Yeah.
They don't talk and they don't have a date on them. But some human assigned a date to that. Yeah, right. Pluto, I really wish you would honestly stop and think about it. Give it up. Give your heart to the Lord and get saved. Okay? The only logical conclusion is somebody really, really powerful made this world and made life and made all forms of life. Somebody named God. And fortunately, he loves us and he's willing to save you and take you to heaven, make you one of his children. If you don't want that, okay, go to hell then. That's what's going to happen. Afadolfo. In Spanish, please. Yo comprendo un poquito español. ¿Dónde está el baño, por favor? Pronto, pronto, es más importante. I learned the important stuff when I went to Mexico. Where's the bathroom? Quick.
Some of our shorts translate into like 17, 20 languages, so maybe they're a shot on our shorts.
You are welcome to translate all my stuff into your language if you'd like. Please do. Okay, that's it.
Here's one more real quick.
Because we're giving tours here in the Jeep in a few minutes. I remember watching many of your lectures during my days as Sunday school student. I look forward to sharing them and the teens in my Sunday school class sometime in the near future. Well, good. Grant, go for it. Please do. Bring the whole class down here to Dinosaur Adventureland. We have 30 cabins, going to have 37 soon, 7 of them in Noah's Ark. Got places to stay, so come on down. It's all free.
You'll have the internet today, too.
And have the internet today at the Ark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You think Noah had the internet on the Ark? Who would he talk to?
He had an email.
Yeah, an email. Who would he talk to?
That's it. That's about it.
Okay, sounds good. See you tomorrow. We try to do this about 9:30 roughly every day. It's